Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! These are the 3 games that have been running the industry of card games. These are the games that have been running the card game industry since its birth. Magic the Gathering is definitely the one that has paved the way in such a major way. To this day, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are still relevant. Not only are they relevant, they are still the same juggernauts that you remembered when you were a kid, challenging people to duels or Pokemon battles, or having a magic showdown. These games are definitely the Cerberus of card games, the 3-headed dog that stands before the gates of card game success. If you can't get beyond this Cerberus, whatever it is that you are trying to make will never make it through. So, how does Battle Eterna slay the 3-headed beast? How does Battle Eterna make it through those gates? How does Battle Eterna become one of the elites? Instead of the 3, how does Battle Eterna become the 4th corner in the 4 corners of card games? Well, let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? I am Immortal TG, and I am here today to talk about Battle Eterna. Battle Eterna is a game that I have been working on very, very passionately, very hard. And some of you do know me from Anime North pre-pandemic era. So I think that was 2018, 2019 ago. Before COVID hit, the last Anime North that we didn't know would be the last Anime North happened. And we made quite the impression. We met a lot of new people. We had a great time. I was interviewed. We had a couple games. And we just had a great time all together there. People subscribed to the channel and whatnot. The goal for Battle Eterna when we were there was just to see if people would like it. So we didn't come prepared to sell. We didn't come prepared to have a website, a YouTube channel. We didn't have any of that. Our only goal was to see if people liked it. You know, so when we went there, pleasantly surprised, people wanted to actually buy this game. How much? Can I buy a copy right now? And I was like, I didn't think I'd get this far. I didn't think I'd get this far. Give me your name and your email address, and I will get back to you about that. So it was a great experience, though. It made me happy that something like that happened. I was a little frustrated because I'm like, if only, but it was a happy frustration because I really didn't think that people would like it so much that they would want to buy it just off of first impressions. I thought they'd tell me, yo, you need to fine-tune this and it's never gonna make it if you keep it like this. But as a matter of fact, there wasn't one person that didn't say Battle Eterna didn't belong. There wasn't one person that said this game isn't gonna do anything. Oh, this game it's like this game already. Why would I play this when I can play this? As a matter of fact, people said that this, and I'm not joking here. People actually said that this is a great alternative to the usual Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering. This is a good alternative game. The fact that this game doesn't play like other card games is already refreshing enough to the market, as 1 or 2 people have said, out of the many that I've interacted with. Battle Eterna did not feel like a parody, did not feel like a spin-off, did not feel like a fan game of the three-headed monster with its own rules and whatever to it. It didn't feel like that. It actually felt like its own thing. Battle Eterna feels like it's its own entity. And this is why I feel like we can turn that pyramid into a square and call it the four corners of card games, with Battle Eterna occupying that last space. The thing about Battle Eterna that I find is charming, that people have told me, is it's unique. It's unique. It doesn't play like anything else that they have ever played. I've had professional Magic the Gathering players play this game and say, yeah, this is pretty unique, this is fun, this is something that I could see myself getting into. Of course, I'd want to see more content, but it's something that I can see myself getting into. Now, for those of you who don't know what Battle Eterna plays like, I mean, click around in the YouTube channel. There's a lot. You can go to the learning playlist and you can check out the 3 tutorial videos. There is a gameplay video that has full-on voice acting, full-on background music, all these crazy animated effects into it, just to add a little bit of charm to the game, that you can check out, called Abel versus Victor, first 5 turns. So yeah, there's definitely content for you to see. So in the beginning era of Battle Eterna, back in 2018, 2019, I don't know when the last Anime North was, 2018 or 2019, but before COVID, we had no YouTube channel. So I immediately started one. After I saw the interest that I generated, I immediately started one. I talked with the team and we decided, yeah, we need to have a YouTube channel like 2 weeks ago. So we started one. And of course, friends and family started to subscribe to the channel. I was reluctant to share it with friends and family because I feel like they're dead subscribers. And what I mean by that is they're just there to be there, but they don't really interact. They don't really do anything. So we started with 15 to 20 subscribers. That's what we started with. The convention happened. I sent emails out to the people that I collect. I'm dead serious. I collected emails from people because I'm just like, I was underprepared. And I emailed them the YouTube channel, whatever. Some people followed. Some people I just never heard back from, and that's okay. I'll see you guys again in 3-ish days or so. I'll see you guys again, and you'll remember who we are, and we'll rekindle that relationship per se. I know a lot has happened since COVID and everything like that, so yeah. We've had great interactions, and we started the YouTube channel, and then the YouTube channel went from 20-ish to 30, 40 subscribers. And then I put on an ad on YouTube. And that ad jumped it to 70. From 70, I stopped the ad because, I don't make money like that. I don't make money like that. So I stopped the ad when I hit the 70. And I said, okay, from 70, I'm going to try and organically get to 100. My goal for this whole journey on YouTube was to always set these achievable milestones. Hit 100 subscribers. Hit 50 subscribers was my first milestone, and I did that. Hit 100 is the next milestone, and I'm close to that. We're at 85 subscribers right now. So we're really close, and I'm hoping after this Anime North that 85 transitions into a healthy 90 to 100. That is my new hope at this convention. I use a website called Game Crafters, thegamecrafters.com. By the way, this video is not sponsored by the Game Crafters. I use this website called the Game Crafters to basically make Battle Eterna and get it on the market so that people can have a place to buy the game, purchase the game, and whatever. So that is what we're going to be pushing at this convention, this Game Crafters link. There are 5 editions that you can buy, the Abel, Kane, Victor, Rosary, and Maddox editions of the game. You can buy all those, and it'll get shipped to you, etc., etc. It'll be yours to have. Of course, shipping costs and all that you'll have to cover yourself, sorry. But the plan for the next convention is to actually have those physical copies so that people can buy it like straight from hand and not worry about shipping and receiving and all other BS that goes into it. So that's the plan. But my goal this Anime North is to hit that 100 subscriber count. And just reach the next milestones from there on out. Battle Eterna, I feel, is definitely a game that and what makes this beautiful, what makes this great to me, is the fact that Battle Eterna doesn't have a competitor. When you really think about it, you can't really put Battle Eterna and Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon in the same market. You can't put Battle Eterna with these three. As a matter of fact, it's its own thing. Battle Eterna isn't a trading card game, isn't a collector card game, isn't a deck building game. It's a PvP game through and through. It's a fighting game. So it stands on its own. And I know there are fighting games out there like Combo Fighter or Yomi, games like that, but I've done my research. This is how I came up with Battle Eterna to begin with. I've done some heavy research, and I looked into a lot of these games, and I just feel like if I have to draw from the top of a deck to determine the moves that I'm allowed to do, then this is not a fighting game. As someone who's competed in Guilty Gear, Naruto Shippuden XL2, Melty Blood, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Code, Soul Calibur, Tekken, Big Bang Beat, Rumblefish, just a lot of games. A lot of fighting games. Sengoku Basara, Fist of the North Star, you name it. Well, don't go too crazy with the names because I haven't entered every single one, but yeah. Japanese imports with the PS2. Like I've played a lot of games, and I've competed in a lot. And Battle Eterna is what it is because of my knowledge as a fighting game player. And I've been in the community for so long that I know people like Neil Russell, who runs TTT, Toronto Top Tiers. I've been to EGLX. I've seen these things. I'm not saying I'm like the greatest player in the world or even close to that, but I am saying that I've been around long enough to know how to formulate a card game and translate it into fighters, which is why Battle Eterna doesn't have that draw from the top and deal with whatever you deal with. You actually customize your combos and you approach your opponent the way you want to approach your opponent. Like, this is not a chance game. You know what I mean? Like, even when it comes to using the skills, is he going to use the base or is he going to use an EX? It's a 50-50. But at the end of the day, a player has to make a conscious decision on what they want to use, be it base or EX. No matter what, you're always thinking about your next move and trying to outread your opponent or get a read on your opponent. So, and that's what makes Battle Eterna super competitive. It plays like a fighting game. There are of course other layers that are missing, like corner pressure and wake up Okis and whatever. Like there are things missing that Battle Eterna doesn't have, but there will definitely be other fighting games that I will produce that will have something different that Battle Eterna does not have. But in terms of Battle Eterna, I feel like a game like this, because it's not a trading card game, you don't need to have a full-time job to play. And I think that's one of its biggest charms. You know, with Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, cards get retconned, cards get phased out, cards are no longer tournament legal, decks are now bricked, whatever the case may be. So with Battle Eterna, it's just you have a character, you get the character's cards. Like when you buy a character deck, you get everything that character has to offer. You don't get a chance to get Kane's Overdrive. You are getting Kane's Overdrive and everything that comes with Kane. In terms of seasons, because Battle Eterna will be a seasonal game, like season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, whatever, it's gonna have all that, right? But in terms of the seasons, the plan is to release new characters, of course. There are 13 characters that we have for season 1. Right now we're in season 0, or season beta. We have 6 characters. But for season 1, there will be 13 characters. So 7 more characters on top of the 6 that you are going to know. And when season 2 comes out, there's going to be more layers that you can play these characters in as well. Like, for example, in Season 2, you can get this new character that came out in Season 2. But what about Abel and Cain, who are in Season 1? You know, what do they get? Maybe there's a Season 2 booster pack. And in this Season 2 booster pack is Season 1 characters' new skills that you can now attach to them and move forward. That's how our booster packs are going to work. It's going to come with everything, because we really don't want people to have a full-time job and this becomes like a phone bill or an internet bill that you have to keep paying if you want to keep playing. No, we don't want that. We want you to get every bang for your buck and never feel like you're being left behind. We want you to have the choice to play, not be forced to play. If you want to take 6 months off from the game, a year off from the game, you should be able to comfortably come back and be like, oh, my character is still able, no pun intended, my character is still able to play here. I can still use my character for Season 5. There are going to be a couple new things where you have to read the rule book or, go on the YouTube channel and see what's new. But at the end of the day, our job as developers is to make sure that every character is as viable as they possibly can be. And when they can't be viable, instead of just saying, well, Cain no longer is viable in the game, we will rework him to make him viable again. So it's the same character you know and love will never be completely phased out. Even if this character dies in the story, we're still going to find ways to incorporate them into the PvP game. Speaking of story and everything else like that, there will be story modes, and as much as Battle Eterna is driven to be a competitive game, we are also trying to make sure that there's casual modes to it as well. There are 3-on-3s, 2-on-2s, story modes, player versus game master mode, story mode, stuff like that. We really want to make sure that we capitalize here and don't make certain people feel left out. If you just want to have fun playing the game, you should be able to just have fun playing the game, going up against a game master. And we are definitely going to have what I call conquest modes. And what conquest is basically we, the developers, will have these cards that you cannot buy. These are cards you cannot buy. You will not gain access to through the market. You can never buy them in a pack. You must come to a convention and play against us. And if you beat us, you get these exclusive cards. You will probably be the only player with this card, or you'll be in a VIP group of people who have these exclusive boss cards, these exclusive player cards that nobody else but you and this VIP group of people have. That's another way that we plan to do things. And of course, with paraphernalia, we plan to have different skins for the characters. I know some people are fans of the chibi, and some people are not fans of the chibi artwork for the skills, so we're definitely going to release an HD, high definition, high art quality pack for the characters where their skill cards are in this high artistic quality that people would rather have than the chibi forms. The reason why we did the chibi forms was because it just made things easier, because we only have one artist. And because we have one artist, it's a lot of work. So the chibi forms made it easier to draw and depict the moves that these characters are performing. We want people to be able to see what these moves look like. So we thought it'd be better translated in chibi form, and it's a friendlier take and it's an easier take per se. But we're definitely gonna have an HD version come out where people can get the serious looking cards and the cool looking cards if that's what they want, and reskins of characters, etc., etc. So I think that answers the question on how we intend to compete with Magic and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't even say that we're competing, because I don't think we are. I really don't think we are. I feel like we're in our own realm, and we are creating our own little gatekeeping monster per se. I feel like we're in our own entity. It's like trying to say, oh, Street Fighter is competing against Gears of War. That don't make no sense, right? That don't make no sense. They may be video games, but they're two different genres altogether. And I think that's where we will excel. Because of all the fighting games I've done my research on, and I've done research on a lot of fighting games, truly, there is no fighting game that plays like Battle Eterna. Not even close. So many games, almost every card game relies on how well you build your deck. This isn't that game. This is how well you know your character and how well you know your opponent. This ain't checkers. This is chess. But that's what I feel will make Battle Eterna slay this three-headed monster, or get by this three-headed monster, or become the cousin, the stepbrother, or something to it. This is how we build our own kingdom in the land of card games. And it doesn't stop here. There are so many games I have in my brain that I have written out on my computer and have ready to go. There are so many things I want to do as a game developer that hopefully will transition from physical to mobile to maybe console PC, animes. You never know. But yeah, I know I have high dreams, I have high expectations, but that's because I have high standards for myself. And I really, really believe that this can succeed. I definitely want to host tournaments. I actually have this thing where I want Battle Eterna to be the first card game to be hosted at EVO. I know that's a big, settle down, but it's something that I'm striving for. I really think Battle Eterna can fit in with the EVO scene, and it would belong there. I really feel it can. So, I'm gonna see you guys at Anime North. And Anime North won't be the only convention I go to. Now the conventions are starting to open up and whatever, I'm definitely gonna start going around to different conventions and seeing different people and interacting with different audiences and getting the game out there as much as I possibly can. Definitely gonna be doing that. And I'll show you guys, just watch me. Watch the team. This team, Battle Eterna, we're all invested in this, we all believe in it, and it will definitely become one of the juggernauts. I feel like it can. I feel like it's got the right idea. It's just the execution that I need to work on. How am I going to get it out there for all of you is definitely the biggest thing that I'm trying to do. First, I was like, okay, when we hit 100 subscribers, I want to sell the game. But I don't think that's fair to the people that want the game now. And there are people that want the game now. So that's why I decided to say, you know what? If I hit 100 subscribers, whether I do or don't, I'm going to sell this game so that people still have access to play it, and through them playing the game, it will eventually cascade into it, whatever the case may be. I think I was being a little too greedy without noticing it. I think that's what the problem was. Greed kind of encompassed me. Like, I'm just like, oh, if you guys want this game, then give me 100 subscribers. That's the wrong way to look at it. And I think that's how I was looking at it, and it was completely wrong. This game, I feel, is a great game. And there are a lot of people who played it. Nobody had anything negative to say, which is a little concerning because I don't believe I made the perfect game. I think there are problems with it, and I think it's probably in terms of the artwork with the chibis. People like the player cards, but people might have a little bit I don't know if I like the chibi artwork, the FF7 PS1 graphics, the South Park graphics, or whatever they want to insult it with. Which, by the way, your criticisms will never be viewed as insults to me. If you've taken the time to type out a comment, then to me, there's a lesson in there somewhere, even if you're trying to be an asshole. I feel this game has a lot of room and a lot of untapped potential. And my big goal for Battle Eterna, the big thing, is to get it to EVO. Have a competition at EVO, because that's the holy grail of fighting games. And Battle Eterna would be the first card game to feature on an EVO event. So I think that would be crazy. I think that'd be really crazy to do, really fun to do, really cool to do, until I can make my own Eterna League or something like that, where people can become professional Battle Eterna players and they can quit their daytime jobs and get sponsors and compete at Battle Eterna tournaments and whatever. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. We as gamers, our biggest dream is to make a living doing what we love doing. And if that's playing games at the highest level, going to tournaments and having fun and whatever the case may be, then I say let's do that. You know, so I know Magic the Gathering has done it. There are pro Magic the Gathering players. There are pro Pokemon players. There are pro Yu-Gi-Oh players. Magic the Gathering, what I found that was really inspiring about it, really inspiring, that really made me say, yeah, I can do this, was seeing them in an arena, some sort of big venue. They had a stage, they had a stream, they had an audience, it was crazy. And this whole time I had these starlight eyes just looking at it, because I was just so like, so it is possible. It is possible. It's gonna require a lot of work, but it's not. This is something that has happened, and I just felt so motivated by Wizards of the Coast to do this. So I want to do this. The Pokemon League, the Yu-Gi-Oh! There's all these leagues and all these players that come out to play and have fun and compete and make some money. You know, like that, and I feel like that's what players really want to do. They want a return in the time they've invested. And so, the people who invest in Valley Tournament, I want to host a tournament too. The first tournament I want to host, I want to make the prize money for first place winner take all $1,000. That's what I want to do. You know, it'll be out of my own pocket, but you know what? I think it'll be worth it, and it'll be a fun experience to do. So I definitely want to start hosting tournaments for Bally Turner. I definitely want to get Bally Turner out there. I want to go far into the future, season 5, season 6, whatever. I don't want to go too crazy though. You know, you also need to know when a game should, like, you know, okay, this is it, guys. Like you need to know where to cut it off to start the next project. And in terms of fighting games, I have 2 more projects that I have written out that I've never discussed with anybody besides my brother. But yeah, it's been a crazy pandemic. You know, I make no excuses, but I think the pandemic had its upside because it gave me time to really get organized. I did EGLX, I did Anime North, and you know, we had a fun time at both events. I think my fondest memories of the events were people who said, "Can I buy this now?" Not because like, yeah, I got to make money, because let's face it, it's gonna be a while before I can make a living off of this. But it's the fact that people see something so much and like believe in this so much that they were willing to be like, yo, I'm gonna buy this right now. That belief that they have, it touched me, and it made me feel like I belonged, and it made me feel like I have something. Like this is something. And that feeling was something that I have never felt since until this Anime North coming up. But that feeling of, you know, you've created something that people want to be a part of is amazing as a game developer. So, you know, I just strive to make sure that this is as good as it can be. And yeah, I'm looking at Magic the Gathering, I'm looking at Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm looking at Pokemon, I'm looking at these juggernauts, and I'm looking at how I can stand next to them. But on my own 2 feet. As in, how can I stand next to them while still being me? Instead of being a parody or a spin-off. Like, have my own identity. And I think that's what makes game development very hard. I don't think people know how to blueprint their own identity. So they look at other blueprints and then they start adding their own spin-offs to it. But with this, it took a lot of research, and I'm 10 to 11 years in for Bally Turner. I'm 10 to 11 years in, and I have not given up because it's something I'm very passionate about. And I truly feel that this game has a potential to become those juggernauts. I truly feel that way. And come this convention, our mission is simple. hitting 90 to 100 subscribers. That's the mission. That's what I want to do. I want to hit a high subscriber count. The sales and everything like that's just a cherry on top. By the way, we are selling, as I said before, on thegamecrafters.com. If you look up Bal Eterna, the 5 editions will be up there for you to purchase right now. But for now, the goal, 90 to 100 subscribers. That is my Anime North mission statement, and I am going to do what I can to get that 90 to 100. I'm going to do what I can to grow this channel, to grow this game, and to make it become what I feel that it can be. To all of you that are here, the 85 subscribers here right now, and to the future subscribers that will come, you are very much loved, very much appreciated, and I thank you all for believing in this journey, for believing in this cause. I thank you all for taking the time out to watch the videos that you watch, to interact with me in the comment sections, whether it's by Instagram or whatnot. I thank you all for your support, and I will continue to do what I can to be worthy of that support. I promise you, we haven't even started yet. But this is just the beginning. I'll see you all at Anime North, Hall B in the Toronto Congress Center. Bal Eterna will be there. I will see you all there. I love you guys, and I look forward to playing and hearing from a lot of you. Take care.